Sebastian Lucas here from Planefront. Voice reveal. Very exciting, I know. And I know I don't sound like a 24-year-old Canadian, so don't mention it. This is a very type of episode for this channel, because we're reintroducing Palm reviews. This was talked about for a while in the community by Dalt of League of Nations. It used to be a thing back in the early days of Palm's life, but it stopped back when the game started dying a little bit. But now, since we're having a little resurgence, I thought, why not introduce it? Or reintroduce it. So the plan for these reviews are, I'm going to be reviewing everything from 2022 onwards, hopefully, if I'm not too busy. And we should have some other people, like other Palm bands, for example, review the Planefront project, since I don't want to be biased. Or, if we can't get anyone, we'll just opt out. Today we're reviewing Warcry by Bloodshot. Warcry is the band's debut EP, and they released it a week ago. I gotta say, it's a great punk album for a band getting its footing in the door, and it's well executed. The intro reminds me a lot of a punk version of In My Diary off Your Worst Enemy. Gritty tone, but a little bit more lighthearted in Bloodshot's case. I think I'd mention now, because I'm going to be mentioning it a lot in this review, is there's a lot of positive stuff to say about this record, but I think because I'm going to be reviewing this, or I'm going to be saying the same thing a lot, we should get into the negatives first, because the positives outweigh the negatives. This band has a tendency to do the same guitar riff at the same time, which in Punk-O-Matic means the audio turns from stereo to mono. Stereo meaning that audio comes from two speakers out of the headphone, and mono meaning it comes out of one only. I think this can be fixed with mixing the songs yourself, but for new bands on the scene, please don't do this. And if members of Bloodshot are watching, please stop doing this yourself. It can really ruin a song and make it less interesting than it could be. Warcry, the song, is a pop-punk banger. This is the song that the band has been pushing and promoting the most, and I can see why. It has excellent songwriting, and the tempo changes as pacing is spot on. And it really is a great listen, and it's one of my favorites. It's like my second favorite off the EP. The only thing that ruins this is the fact that it will go from stereo to mono, like I just mentioned. Fade Away could be a good song if they didn't have the chorus in mono only. Like, I'm not even kidding you, this song is where mono is used the most, and it is definitely the weakest for that reason only. And this song goes from really interesting to really boring because of this reason too. I will say though, the one positive I have to say about the song is the fade out at the end is nice. A lot of bands don't do that, and it's nice to see a fresh ending. And I would love to see more bands do that for openers or just ending the song in general. Into the Ether is my favorite song off this EP. It has some excellent writing and riff choice. It has the sinister sound to it and is by far the most unique song off the album. While the song does suffer from the mono issue, I think it's used once or twice, and the positives on the song outweigh the negatives once again. It's also paced really well. Like, this whole album is very well paced, except for Fade Away. There's also a bonus song on the download of this EP, but I will not be reviewing that because it's not in the most widely public available version. Here are my final thoughts. I think this record is a very good first record. I love the classic punk sound and that this band shows, and I think it's an excellent first attempt. If it wasn't for the mono issues, I would give this a 9, but for that reason alone, I'm going to go for an 8. The background music in this video were songs from the EP, so if you enjoyed, go download Warcry off the Palm Records site. You can also check out Planefront's newest release on Bandcamp, YouTube, and download on the Palm site too. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next review.